Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is where passion meets purpose. The United States has been forced to stop its military operations in Niger, a landlocked country in Western Africa, due to a recent directive from Niger's new ruling junta. This junta overthrew the democratically elected government in July 2023 and declared an end to the constitution and the government. As a result, the U.S. military presence, including 2 drone bases, has been deemed a violation of Niger's constitution. Despite an ongoing negotiations, the fate of the U.S. presence remains uncertain in Niger. Thousands of Nigerians have also participated in large-scale protests, calling for the U.S. military to leave. Additionally, Russia has deployed military personnel to Niger to train Nigerians' forces, further complicating the situation. The loss of these bases creates problems for the U.S. regional interests in Africa and cedes ground to Russia and China. This places the U.S. in a disadvantageous position for creating political influence in the region. Please take a listen to the video.
Demand the withdrawal of French forces, and they succeeded. This time, they are protesting to demand the closure of U.S. army bases in their country.
We demand body and soul the immediate withdrawal of American troops from our soil, not just America and France, but until the country is totally free from all those who are harmful to Niger. Of course we want cooperation with the United States, but not to bring its soldiers to settle illegally in our country.
The U.S. has around 1,000 security personnel in Niger on a mission to fight armed groups in the Sahel region. But the protesters say that's not the reason why Washington has soldiers in their country.
These Western forces are coming to our country because it is full of uranium, diamond, and gold resources. And these resources are untapped. These forces are at the origin of the arrival of terrorism in our country.
Niger was a key U.S. ally in the region until a military junta took power in Niamey last year. The junta has turned to Russia for support. The protest comes a day after Russian military plane loaded with equipment and instructors landed in Niger. And last month, the junta ended a military agreement with Washington.
We asked the Americans to remove their soldiers from our country. We realized that they too are not serious.
Washington has not commented on the demands of the protesters, who say they will keep returning to the streets until the American soldiers leave Niger. Hamza Mohammed, Al Jazeera.
The U.S. had two bases in Niger, Air Base 101 and Air Base 201, which were crucial for counterterrorism operations in the Sahel region. Despite these challenges, the U.S. is working to find a way for its troops to stay in Niger and maintain its strategic interests in the region. Please kindly subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel to grow, and it gives me a purpose to keep focused on the things that matter. Thank you. Let us continue. Let's explore some of the key implications. 1. Counterterrorism efforts have been disrupted. The U.S. military had invested over $1 billion in Niger over a decade, building capacity and providing training to regional forces. The withdrawal, counterterrorism efforts in the region will be severely impacted. Niger is surrounded by unstable neighbors where local militias collaborate with international terror organizations like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. The absence of the U.S. forces could lead to increased terrorist activities and instability. 2. This is a strategic victory for Russia in whichever which way you look at it. Following a military coup in July 2023, Niger's new leaders turned to Russia for security services and cooperation. Russia has deployed military personnel and equipment in Niger, mirroring its presence in neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso. The U.S. withdrawal allows Russia to expand its influence in the Sahel region, which has raised concerns about the spread of Russian power in Africa. Closure of the U.S. drone facility. The withdrawal will result in the closure of Base 201, a crucial U.S. drone facility in Agadez, Niger. This base played a significant role in operations against jihadist groups in the Sahel region and was used for strikes against Islamic State fighters in Libya. Losing this strategic asset weakens U.S. capabilities in monitoring and combating terrorist threats in the region. Tensions with Nigerian leadership. Niger's ruling junta revoked the security pact with the U.S., declaring the continued U.S. military presence as illegal. Diplomatic efforts failed to mend the relationship, leading to the withdrawal decision. There is no denying, the junta's alignment with Russia has shifted the dynamics. The U.S. withdrawal signals a shift in Western influence in the Sahel. Regional peace and security initiatives relied on U.S. support from Niger. America is in the belief that, without the West, other countries in the region may face challenges in combating terrorism and insurgents. In summary, the withdrawal may impact regional stability, counter-terrorism efforts, and geopolitical alignments, while Russia gains ground in the region. Russia's growing influence in Africa may continue to grow. Russia's strategic interests in Africa, including access to natural resources and geopolitical influence, have led to increased diplomatic and military engagement across the continent. In recent years, Russia has expanded its presence in Africa through sale of arms, military training programs, and political alliances with authoritarian regimes. Its partnership with the military junta in Niger underscore a broader trend of authoritarian consolidation where dictatorial regimes stick purposefully together. Instead of having America, China, and Russia flex their muscles over Africa. It is about time that Africa united and took care of Africa. Be it military, education, resources, economy, geopolitics. Beat corruption. Africa needs to wake up. Make Africa a great place for all Africans. Thank you for your time.